Poof. Thought of a really funny joke. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the song Steel Pulse, Stepping Out. It's a funny joke in my head. Every time I think about a cat that's wearing like mittens and stuff, you know how they always walk and they like throw out their hands? Stepping out. Yeah. Anyways, let's do some tarot. Yeah! If that's on time. Here we go. Oh, drat. Okay. Well, this is so weird hearing these voices. Been a while. Where's the signboard? Oh, here you are. Oh, Aries, here's a reading for your day tomorrow. If you'd like it, I might sing along and also pitch mildly. Manners are had and lots of ears in my head are saying we're just making this all up as we go. So, here's your Christmas reading, Aries. Woo! Towers. And coffins, looks like you might be isolating for the holidays, Aries. That's okay. Okay, to be continued. Aries, it would appear that for your Christmas, you're going to be having some kind of a situation where you're going to be coming out of a period of rest of some kind. The challenge for you is the Five of Cups in the reverse, which generally can be an energy of letting go of some kind of sadness that you had incurred. The outcome is the Empress. Generally, that's a very, very beneficent energy. It's an energy of creation. But with the Tower and the coffin, you could be caught up in some kind of your own head. Maybe some rigmarole has got you feeling like you don't really want to go out and celebrate the holidays, like bah humbug kind of energy. I so hope that isn't actually the case for all of you, okay, Aries? But, you know, to be continued. Christmas. Yep. Do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. Do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba. Let's read you a quote from Quote and Quotables. Yep. A communist is a person who publicly airs his dirty Lenin, said Jack Pomeroy. Get it? Here's another good one. Alternative values. Aries. It might perhaps be excusable for a painter or another artisan, or even for a rhetorician or a grammarian, to toil to acquire a name by his works. But the actions of virtue are too noble in themselves to seek any other reward than for their own worth, and especially to seek it in the vanity of human judgments. Which is from the story of Glory, apparently. Yeah. Ta! Alright there, Leos. Here's a reading for your Christmas extravaganza with some music in the background. Why do I smell wet dog? That's so weird. I'm getting phantom sensations in my nose lately. And seeing spots too. Yeah, like we said. Hey Leo, we're just making this up as we go. Anyways, for your Christmas, you've got a king with a crown, a man with a crown, and a clover. You could be going through some situation in which you're feeling very lucky. Consider yourself lucky. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Here's your Rider-Waite's tradition cards. Just give me a few moments to shuffle them up for you Leos and you other 2s and 5s in my list of favorite zodiac signs. Yeah! Anyway, there's the King of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and the outcome of the 6 of Wands. You're going to have a very victorious Christmas, it would appear, okay there, Leos? But keep your distance if you don't want to be hurt. Yeah. All in all, this is a pretty good reading, but generally, yeah, you should keep your distance from some kings that can get a little bit, off with their head kind of a way. But the strength for you, Leo, is the King of Wands. That's kind of your energy. It's a very passionate, fiery energy. You might be having some kind of a Christmas party or something going on, with the challenge for you being the 10 of Cups. Maybe you drink too much, who knows? 10 cups is a bit much, I'd say, so try to temper yourself there. The outcome is the 6 of Wands, a victory. Maybe not flawless, but that's all the same. I don't really want to say keep your distance if you don't want to be hurt, but that is the message that I drew from you, which I wrote a long time ago. And the king of, the king with his crown is a good man card in the Norman tradition. Clovers generally indicate luck and beneficence, so that's good. Good luck with your Christmas frivolities there, Leo. Let's read you a little book from the potent potables and quotant quotables. And wow, sometimes too much drink is barely enough, said Mark Twain. But also, don't ride horses after you've been inebriating. Or anything with more than a horsepower. Anyways, they, Americans, must win gold, predominance, power, crush rivals, subdue nature. They have their hearts set on the means and never think of the end. They are eager, restless, positive, because they are superficial. To what end all this stir, noise, greed, and struggle? Said Henry Frederick Amiel in a journal he wrote to himself in about 1800s. What ends indeed? What was that? There's a quote in Latin, I think I read it, is on George Washington's rifle, his old hunting rifle. It said, Exitas acta probate, which I think is, I don't know if I quoted it right, but it means the ends are justified by the means, yeah? It's kind of like a pretty funny tongue-in-cheek quote to put on a hunting rifle. Exitas acta probate. Yep. The ends are justified by some means. Anyways, we're moving on along now. Hey Sagittarius, we're gonna read you a Christmas song. A reading, Probably, I hope that you're feeling very, very celebratory and jovial, and maybe some type of Yule tidings might be just enough to be annoying. But that's okay. Merry Christmas. You got a ring. Ah! Yeah. And a rider on a horse. So Sagittarius, the ring can generally indicate some kind of a promise bestowed. One that you may be in tune on keeping or intent on keeping. The rider is also generally a messenger. So you have some kind of a messenger service, do you? Maybe you should go delivering presents and singing like figgy pudding songs and maybe asking for stuff from your neighbors other than sugar. Like, I need some figs now. Figgy pudding calls to us all. Anyways, Sagittarius, you got the 8 of Swords for your strength, the 10 of Pentacles for your challenge, and the outcome is the Hierophant, which can generally indicate that you are... you need to get out of your head. Your message from my hand says, get out of your head! And that's exactly what the 8 of Swords is. But for you, it seems to be some kind of a strength. That's okay. The 10 of Pentacles is your challenge. Money tight, huh? Yeah. The outcome can be the Hierophant, which means maybe you're just trying to learn how to slow down and enjoy the more, what would the word be? Like stern and, I don't know, less radical things in your life, yeah? Get out of your head is your message for this Christmas, okay? Sagittarius! Anyways, yeah, I like the Hierophant card. You could also be knowing of a Taurus or something like that. That might be the case, why it drew out. Oh, I'm not sure. Let's read for you some quotes, though, just to see. Because I like these books, they're fun. Sag. University politics are vicious precisely because the stakes are so small, said Henry Kissinger. University politics. Ugh. Here's your other quote. Whoa. When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes. When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes. Ibid. I don't know who Ibid is, but they have a lot of good quotes. Anyway. Eureka. Hey, Aquarius. We're gonna draw some cards for your Christmas. It's a kind of a wish list thing that I wanted to do again, because in spite of having kind of fallen off a little ways in doing these tarot shows and displays, I wanted to leave something online, not just be a part of it. So here you go, Aquarius. This is for your Christmas. You get the letter in the form of this. And snake! Ah! Envy of some kind. Are you feeling envious about a message that you may receive or have received? I hope not. That is something that happens to many of us this time of the year. Oh yes, I am myself very guilty of that. Try not to be seeing anything with too green of an eye this season. Remember that the actual key to it is just togetherness and staying warm and staying with, friends and family if you can. The gifts and the consumerism are really, really overdone in these days and ages, I'd say. Anyways, Aquarius, you had me at hello! And the strength for you seems to be the Judgment card. Trumpets blown. Also, the challenge for you being the Three of Wands means that maybe Aquarians are somehow in some way just waiting and looking out over some kind of a mental horizon in their own minds so that they can see to finding a goal they're setting their sights towards. The Nine of Pentacles for your outcome is in general, a pretty good energy. It means that you've got almost everything that you've ever wanted, you are very contented, for lack of a better way of saying it. Yeah, try not to let yourself be seen with envious eyes either then, if that is the case. That might be why the snake is present in this reading, but who cares? Here's a quote from the books. Every government is run by liars and nothing they say should be believed, said I.F. Stone. Also, Aquarius. Sex builds no roads, writes no novels, and sex certainly gives no meaning to anything in life but itself. Gore Vidal wrote that in his book Rocking the Boat. So yeah, it looks like Aquarius might be having some kind of a predilection of judgments and judgies going out for the holidays. Try not to let that wear itself on your sleeve, if you know what I mean. Anyways, Libra, you're next. Here's your cards. We're shuffling the deck. It's gonna be a holiday read. Oh, all of you. Got some books for you for Christmas. Hope that you like to stack them up and then watch them fall over again. I don't know. You could also probably learn to read them. But what fun is that? We got TVs now. Libra, for your Christmas reading, it's almost done with shuffling, but the book and the bouquet both came out for you, which is a good thing. The strength being the Fool means that you could be feeling like taking some kind of a new approach to something that you've been long waiting on, taking a new approach towards. Yes, please, is your message from me. With the Eight of Wands as your challenge, you could be a little bit tongue-tied in some kind of a way. You don't really know how to express yourself, but you'll watch from a distance, and that's the outcome. Being the Page of Swords, generally that's an energy of knowing that you are being spied on or that you are spying on somebody. Books are informative. Bouquets are very, very nice presents to receive. Just generally the gist of what these cards mean in a Lenormand tradition. So, yes, please, with a check mark, is a good message, I would say, especially hearkening to this Yuletime season. You can't go wrong with that kind of a reading. Anyways, here you go, Libra. I'm not an ambulance chaser. I'm usually there before the ambulance, said Melvin Belly. Oh, Melvin Belly, that's a really funny one. Hey, when we are dead, said Napoleon Bonaparte. So, true. Anyways, thank you for your time, Libra. I hope that you have a very precious and blessed season of the holidays. No matter which holiday it may be that you celebrate. Christmahana Kwanzaa, or whatever. And moving right along now to... Get it? Gemini. It's a 2 joke. Anyways, moving on to you, Gemini. Here we go. So for your holiday season, some cards I'm reading might be helping you to maybe roll up your sleeves or put on your nice hat and then just try to enjoy what you have. Maybe there's going to be some foxing and some ladies involved in your environment there, Gemini. You drew the lady with the hat on and the fox, which generally indicates mischief. Sounds like a pretty fun holiday plan to me. And of course, the strength being the Page of Pentacles means just giving a little. The challenge for you is the Page of Wands in the upside down, which means you might not want to so much, but that's okay. That happens to me too this time of the year. This hurt me too, is your message. The outcome being the Five of Pentacles in the reverse means in general that I think it means that you're not really holding on to something as tightly as you once had. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Five of Pentacles generally has this guy like holding on to his stuff like for dear life, like, this is my pentacle! But yeah, upside down, you could be letting go of some kinds of things like that, okay, Gemini? You might just be happy to see people and live your life. Yep. Sweet. So Geminis are going to be giving people stuff. Yay! Try not to be too tricky while you do it. I know that Geminis do that. Anyways, let's read your book. You're entertaining? Yeah, I see you guys. The police are here. They're invisible. They're like using lights and stuff to spy on me. I can not help hearing their voices. It's freaking me out, man. Here's your quote. The future is much like the present, only longer, said Don Quisenberry. Don Quisenberry. Cool name. Special arms. They that stand high have many blasts to shake them, and if they fall, they dash themselves to pieces, said William Shakespeare. Try not to get dashed to pieces or stand up so high that you fall down, okay? They're Geminis. Have a nice season. Be talking with you somehow. Okie then, Scorpio. 10-4. This is going to be for your Christmas. Hopefully there's some good things in store. The tree came out. That indicates good health. And the bears also can indicate a solid principle by which you might be running your life on. So Scorpio, that's a pretty good thing. Looks like you're making some healthy choices with your New Year's and your season's resolutions. So that's a good energy. I like it. Yes. Meow. Also, the strength for you, Scorpio, is the Five of Cups in the reverse. Maybe not holding on to some dashed feelings of the past. The Tower in the reverse is your challenge. You might still have to go through some things that you have noticed have changed, but take your time with them is my message. The outcome is the Three of Wands. You probably won't want to be doing that, but hey, impatience never really got anybody anywhere, so take your time, especially when it comes to your good health, okay, Scorpios? We love you! Yeah. Is this bronchitis? is that what that is? I don't know. Whatever. Read on, rudder. To shore. If homosexuality were normal, God would have created Adam and Bruce. Said Anita Bryant. Yeah, probably. Lust for power is the most flagrant of all the passions. I said processions. Lust for power is the most flagrant. What does that mean? It's like obvious, noticeable, I guess. Flagrant of passions. Tacitus wrote that. Lust for power is the most flagrant of all the passions. Well, duh. I don't know, it makes perfect sense to me, but thank you, Tacitus, you were very wise. Alright then, 10-4, see you later, Scorps. We're gonna now move on to Cancer, of course. This is gonna be for my water signs of Cancer. I like to sing and fold these cards, but this is a Christmas reading. Your bard's not gonna be probably doing this very much often anymore. Because like I said before, I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. Cookies are lit and there's all kinds of weird shit going on in this season of... I don't know, the dogs. Shut up, Brian. Okay. Cancers. Anyways, you got the strength for you being the King of Wands in the reverse. I feel like that's some kind of a disimpassionate energy. You might not be having quite as much oof and gusto as you had once before in the times of seasons past. But with the Fool being your challenge, you're being asked to maybe embrace some kind of a new understanding of how to proceed through some things, and the outcome being the Emperor means that you are very likely to achieve it. Nice. And Cancer, I should tell you, you got the same cards as Sagittarius, the Ring and the Rider, and your message says it's worth the waiting. Yeah. Try not to be so overly passionate with what you're doing this holiday season. The challenge for you is to try to see a new way of doing it you may have never tried before. And it will work out for you, I'd say. You're going to be feeling very much in your power, like that Emperor guy on the end there. Yep. Okay, here's your reading from this book. Sleep is an 8-hour peep show of infantile erotica, said J.G. Ballard. Is that so? Is that why I keep waking up in the morning? Shut up. Can storied urn or animated bust back to its mansion called a fleeting breath? Can honor's voice provoke the silent dust, or flattery soothe the dull cold ear of death? Said Thomas Gray. Can storied urn or animated bust back to its mansion called a fleeting breath? Can honor's voice provoke the silent dust, or flattery soothe the dull cold ear of death? Elegy written in a country churchyard, Thomas Gray. That's pretty deep. I don't know. Whatever. Hooray. See ya, Cancer. Have a nice day. Hopefully you have a very Merry Christmas, too. Yep. And we're moving along to you, Pisces. This is the final of the water signs, I think. We're going to be reading for your holidays and maybe the upcoming and around their holidays like New Year's and New Year's Eve and Happy Trails and things like these. And I wanted to shuffle these cards, but I also got to fill up time, so I'm just going to be trying to make my words rhyme, okay? Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. You got the strength being the Four of Cups, upright. That can be holding on to some kind of a passion or something. The challenge for you is the Devil in the reverse. So letting go of some kind of a, I would say diabolically, what's that word? Codependency. Yeah, some sort of a diabolical codependency. You are being challenged with dropping, and it looks like you're doing so successfully because the outcome for you is the Five of Cups reversed. And when the Five of Cups are ended upright, that means you're holding on to some kind of thing. The Four of Cups means that you could be holding on to them like kind of a, why would I ever let this go? The Five of Cups is like you're sad about it, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, the Fox and the Heart came out for you, and we need to work this out, is your message. So there could be some kind of mischievous energy going on around your Christmas holidays in which your heart gets all aflutter. But yeah, we need to work this out. You seem to be in some kind of a situation, maybe with a distant Capricorn, or maybe you're just in some kind of a wanting to leave behind old ties that you had been for a long time codependent with. That's a pretty good energy. 'Tis the season for resolutions, Let's read a book for you now. Passage. I go from stool to stool in singles bars hoping to get lucky, but there's never any gum under any of them, said Emo Phillips. Yeah, really. Woo-woo. Okay, and your next quote is this. The minute you want to keep power, you've become The minute you want to keep power, you've become subservient because... Hold on. The minute you want to keep power, you've become subservient. Somebody who does work you don't believe in. Somebody who does work you don't believe in. The minute you want to keep power, you've become subservient. Is that because you don't believe that you'd be able to, like, keep it? Yeah, I guess the lust for power is kind of like an odor of betraying your self-beliefs. You know, if you've got, like, some kind of a problem and you think you're gonna be, like, you know, made subservient or what's it called? Discharged? You know, like, something like that, being in fear of being discharged from some kind of a position of authority that you hold is actually kind of an odor or a humor of you not having confidence in your own work. So I guess that makes sense. That was Paula Weinstein who wrote that. I don't know who she is, but that was a confusing thing to read. Anyways, Hemingway was a jerk, said Harold Robbins. I hope that you guys enjoyed these quotes. They're very fun for me. Anyways, moving along to Capricorn. Fancy that. We were just looking at your card. The Devil. Anyways, I hope that you're going to have a very safe and productive harvest season and a very family-oriented and safe Yule time. The seasons are very cold this time of the year, so it's a good thing when you can gather around with a lot of people and keep them near. That's the truth. Anyways, Caps, you got the moon and a tower. You could be going through some kind of an energy in this season, this age of Aquarius, this Christmas, in which you feel like being a little bit distant and isolated, but it's also more like dreamy. And, you know, the cards in the Lenormand tradition say that the moon is a dreamy energy. I mean, you can take that for whatever it's worth as you will. I don't know what dreamy energy means, but it can also represent protection, emotions, isolation, and karma. And so that's interesting that you should get the Tower card as well in the Lenormand, because that too represents isolation to some extent. The strength for you is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Lots of people read that as being a dishonest energy, or maybe not being totally honest with yourself, keeping things in. Your message says, now that you're mine, I'll never give you up. And yeah, that's also good for towers like Rapunzel, get the fuck out of here. Challenge for you is the Eight of Swords. You might be keeping yourself a little bit bound up in some kind of an energy of your own thinking, and maybe thinking too much is keeping you from really enjoying the moment and the present as you must. The outcome for you is the Five of Wands in the reverse, which I believe is a peaceable energy. Generally, when you have the Five of Wands, you're giving up on some kind of a willingness to fight other people. So the Five of Wands in the reverse is kind of a, you know, 'tis the season to get along energy. And I'd say that's a good thing. Yes. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Here's your reading. It is said that life begins when the fetus can exist apart from its mother. By this definition, many people in Hollywood are legally dead, says Jay Leno. Well, that's a good one. Anyways, here's another Capricorn. Thou knowest in the state of innocency Adam fell, and what should poor Jack Falstaff do in the days of villainy? Thou seest I have more flesh than another man, and therefore more frailty. William Shakespeare said that in King Henry IV. Proverbs 31:4 says, Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. I knew that the Bible would come up. I'm not even reading the Bible anymore. Talk is cheap until you hire a lawyer, says Unknown. Whatever, happy trails. Okay, see ya later there, Capricorn. I do love that you got the moon. That is my moon sign, Capricorn. Ha 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 ha. And it's nighttime right now, so I'm very much feeling it. Anyways, this is going to be for you, Virgo. We're going to read you a holiday special, some kind of a quick little draw on the tarot. So once I shuffle and get these all set up, then I will continue to read you. And until then, I would hope that you await it with some bated breath. No fast forwarding, okay? It's cheating. We are weird. So the strength for you, Virgo, is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, which is an energy of not being very balanced. That's your strength? I don't know. That's okay, I guess. The challenge for you is the Ten of Cups, happiness. To some extent, the Ten of Cups represents utmost happiness. And yeah, the outcome for you is the Page of Swords in the reverse, which can indicate somebody is not paying attention to you enough. Well, damn. This is shit. Here's the clouds and the anchor. Oh, crap. So there's going to be a lot of confusion in where you keep yourself in the middle ground, so to speak. The anchor. I smell a rat. Yeah, dude, they go on ships a lot. Anyways, I almost said something. What the hell? I'm so tired of seeing these sparkles all around. Anyway, Virgo. Clouds can indicate some kind of a misinformation or maybe like a little bit of haziness in the way of which to proceed. And the anchor is like, where are you going to keep steady at? Where do you lay your head? Who do you hang around mostly? Where's your principal modus of life? If it is smelly rats, I don't know if that's a good thing for any season, even Christmas, but I suppose that's okay. Try not to be too disbalanced, I guess, for Christmas. And now let's read you some quotes. Do television evangelists do more than lay people? Said Stanley Ralph Ross. I don't know. That's a pretty good one, though. Alrighty. Here you go. Delight of lust is gross and brief, and weariness treads on desire. Gaius Petronius Arbiter. Poetae Latinae Minoris, the fourth, yes. Delight of lust is gross and brief, and weariness treads on desire. Yeah, don't stay hung up on anything too long unless you want to literally just like bleed for it, so to speak. Anyways, boop. Now we're gonna move on to Taurus. Thank you for tuning in to this special Yuletime episode of whatever the hell I'm doing. Yeah. Other than being like enveloped in lights that spy on me and talk all the time. I have to get this off my chest. Yeah, I've told a lot of people think I'm crazy. I don't really care much, but yeah, man, this has been a really weird year with the transformation of like being able to hear voices. I don't know, I guess like I never believed it was possible, but yeah, it's pretty true. You can like definitely become psychic-ish. I don't know what to call it. I almost feel like it's a bad thing. Most of the time they just say stuff that doesn't make any sense to me, like, you know. Yeah, dude, forget about it. Like, they've all told me, the voices in my head have told me that they're the police serving search warrants and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not schizophrenic, am I? I had to do this just to get stuff off my chest, man. So Taurus, anyways, that being all said, don't run in the china shops. Try to keep your head up in spite of your heavy horns. Yes, here's your reading for Christmas time. You got the Six of Wands in the reverse for your strength, the challenge being the Knight of Pentacles, and the outcome is the Two of Cups in their upright. So, although it's not really your issue, it's just Christmas time, you could be kind of going slow on getting some gifts or something like that. You're challenged by the Knight of Pentacles, who is generally the slowest energy in the tarot as per giving. It's half the speed of smell. And the outcome being the Two of Cups is generally a pretty good thing. It indicates some kind of a soulmate. The Heart and the Scythe means that you might be trying to have a time finding your will to stay emotionally disconnected to some extent in this season. Maybe you've got friends that you don't see often coming around for Christmas that you might not always be all that impressed to hang around, or might not always impress yourself. And so it feels like it's almost a strength of not needing to give your whole exuberant self. The Six of Wands in the reverse is generally a deflated energy of not really succeeding totally. But sometimes I for one am sort of person where it's like, hey, it's Christmas. No, I don't want to participate. And then people look at me like, oh, what, don't you love me? And I'm just like, yes, but you want some socks? Anyways, here's your reading. The meek shall inherit the earth, if you don't mind. That was written by Graffito. I don't know who that is. The meek shall inherit the earth, if you don't mind. Anyways, Taurus, yes. Love of money is the mother of all evils, said Diogenes the Cynic in Diogenes Laertius, Lives of Eminent Philosophers. Love of money is the mother of all evils. Yes, I believe he probably quoted that from the Bible too, but you know, whatever. It's mostly the love of money. It's not like the use of it to buy people socks for Christmas. I'd say it's like, bah humbug, I'm gonna keep all the socks for me because it's my money. And that's kind of like probably a bad thing. Anyways, don't be too foolish this season. Try to stay safe and take care of each other. See ya.